Hello, everyone. So, today we're going to be talking about how to organize your images into a folder hierarchy. It's so important to have a system because if you're just shooting wedding after wedding or photo session after photo session, if you don't have a specific folder or if you don't know how to organize them, trying to find something later is going to be chaotic and it's going to take hours out of your time. True story. When I was first starting out in wedding photography, I pretty much did the exact same thing. I had a main folder where I would take images from my sessions, my engagement sessions, or my weddings, and I would take the best of the best, after they were edited, and I would put those pictures into a main folder. And that main folder, I used to use those pictures for social media. It could have been for my website, for marketing, whatever it was, I was pretty much dumping them all in there. And over time, that main folder kind of grew to hold thousands of images. And it was a nightmare anytime I tried to find something specific. If I needed a file for social media or whatever it could have been, and I knew exactly which one I was looking for, but it was in the middle of all that chaos, all those images in there, it took me hours to find it. It was not very time efficient. So that was very early on in my business. And I decided to create a folder hierarchy that definitely helped me keep organized whenever I would shoot weddings or any other photo sessions. So you can borrow this one or you can create your own, but let me give you an example of how mine looks like.
As you can see, I have the main folder being photography. Under photography, I have client photos. Under client photos, I have weddings. I also have engagement. I have boudoir. Sometimes I do portraits. So I have a folder for each one of those. But under weddings, I actually have a folder for each year. And the example that I gave here for 2022, under the year, I have a folder for each one of my clients, and I normally name it the bride's name and the groom's name and their wedding date. It makes it a lot easier for me to find it. Under that specific client's folder, I have a few other folders. I make a folder for raw files. I make a folder for JPEGs, for watermark images, orders, album, photos that I want to share on social media. And I also make a folder for vendors if I am going to be sharing some of the images with some of the wedding vendors that I worked with. But under the vendors folder, I also, if I share with, let's say, with a makeup artist and a florist and the DJ, I have a folder for each one of those. So let's go ahead and break those down. The raw files, it's pretty much self-explanatory. This is every single raw file from my memory cards. This is including my memory cards and my second shooter's memory cards. All the raw files go into that folder. Once I cull and edit everything and I have the final images ready to be shared with the clients, those final images go into the JPEGs folder. The watermark folder is where I put all the files that I watermark with my logo to go on maybe my website and social media. The album folder is where I have all the images that were selected by my clients to go in their album that we're going to be designing together. The orders folder, any images that my clients are ordering for maybe wall art, prints, or products. And again, we talked about the vendors are pretty much any of the images that I share with other wedding vendors.
Again, this is just a suggestion, but I would strongly recommend you creating a system for yourself right from the beginning. And even if you are already an established photographer and you find yourself trying to find your images all over the place, I would definitely recommend you creating a system to keep your files organized. Trust me, it will save you so much time in the long run. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any comments, tips, or suggestions, feel free to share with me. I'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, I hope you guys have a great one, and I'll see you next time.